Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
This is what I tell them. Look, I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with a Success Chronicles topic session. And one thing that's been, at me recently is just successful habits. And I had an opportunity to interview my guest here, Mr. Corbin Pickett. And, he talked about some things that, he does in his life. And there was one thing that kind of, took a, kind of made me turn my head a little bit just to kind of, and I was interested in how he does it. And that's, he's a weekday vegetarian. And so first of all, let me introduce him the correct way. This is Mr. Corbin Pickett, great guy, involved in lots, doing lots of great things, speaking and positive things, putting out positive vibes for people. And I'm so thankful when I can always get a chance to chop it up with my man, Corbin. So thank you so much for taking the time to chop it up with me.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, man, I appreciate you having me on here. Success Chronicles is doing some amazing things. And speaking of exuding positive vibes, you're doing just that. So equally excited for us to be able to connect. And I feel like the work that we're doing is very much aligned. I've been career coaching for a couple of years now independently. And within that work, as you mentioned, speaking, I do a lot of workshop facilitation, team development, professional development, as well as mentor training. Mentoring and mentor consulting has been a crux within my professional growth, and definitely offers a lot of strategies and concepts I can refer back to. And kind of along those lines, that's not too far off how I came across this weekday vegetarianism. And warning, I'm going to be given all type of caveats and updates and whatnot. So
let's go.
But yeah, I have been in the youth empowerment space for, over a decade now. It started with my upbringing, as I like to term it, through Morehouse College, and just the message that it emphasized, and it being the alma mater of the amazing Martin Luther King Jr., and just the message of being community driven always stuck with me. So I got involved in mentoring programs during that time. Afterwards, I always made it a volunteer side passion project of mine. And within that scope, so early on within my professional career, I had the whole 9-to-5 and was just doing some mentoring work on the side. Teaming up with some high school colleagues of mine, we were running this organization called I Brand Me. And it was all about helping young people see themselves as their own brand, defining their own brand, and going out in the world and making their mark. And one of my colleagues, Brandy, to give her just credit, she created this curriculum and this really cool workshop for the young people to go about understanding how to eat healthy. And, within the greater context of us developing a brand and us being purpose-driven professionals, health is a key essential component to all of this. It's a key essential component to us, not only just feeling good, but us feeling confident to tap into further vulnerability. So I've even noticed it in that scape, people asking for help, that you got to start from a place of feeling secure enough. And so health can play a huge role within that. And it's played a huge role within my life. So I'm speaking from experience. I grew up battling weight issues, grew up being deemed medically obese. So it wasn't just, oh, I'm a little pudgy here and there. It was a legitimate issue. It withheld me from making the basketball team in my 7th grade year, and really pushed me to learn more about healthy habits. But, it didn't quite stick. I still battled with weight issues, so I was always searching for something that could work for me. And lo and behold, my colleague, Brandy Williams, she hosts this workshop helping young people that we're working with understand how to shop effectively, eat healthy, being cost effective about it. And it just made it so simplistic. And stemming from that day, I was just so motivated from that workshop. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go about this whole next week being a vegan. Well, I had no idea what veganism was. I was just really hyped up off of that workshop. That next week was a huge learning experience. I was eating like a bird, and I was feeling like I was starving myself. It was a struggle.
like your back pockets was touching.
Oh, man. But throughout that week, and whether it was just eating so little in comparison to what I was used to, or what I was eating, whatever it was, I lost 5 pounds. So I knew there was something there. There is something right going on. I couldn't, I couldn't see myself being a vegan full time. So I thought, what's something that I could commit to that's not overly scary, but will keep me on this path of really, really great results. And I was committed. Once I saw that there is something going on here, I was committed. Like I said, I've always been looking for something. My background athletically is rooted in basketball. And I tell you, it was no fun growing up being the only kid on each of your teams with a gut. And on top of that, being a point guard, being the shortest one on each of my squads, you're looked to as supposed to being the fast individual or the fastest one on the team just because of that height stereotype or position stereotype. But that was never the case. And so it was tough. So when I found this, I was extremely excited. I stuck to it. And it really sent me down this huge learning curve of, the obvious stuff. What was veganism? What was vegetarianism? But bigger than that, understanding my body type. Why was this working for me? Why did my body need less meat than others? And so it was just this amazing learning curve that really, really took me down this pathway of growth that has impacted me personally, professionally, and beyond. So that's a little bit of the nutshell of all of that. So let me know if I can get into more details or if you have any particular questions.
Yeah, I do actually. I think one big thing, speaking personally, a lot of times when you look at healthy choices of foods, a lot of times, and you said this, and this was stuck out to me when you were just talking, like the cost. A lot of times, people think that, it's more expensive to eat healthy, and it's a whole lot easier to eat bad, and so if you don't mind, can we just mention some things that are cost effective for you and how that has really helped you?
Yeah. So granted, some of this stuff is not going to sound overly exciting, but just to give perspective, you could definitely get full off of $3 for a lunch. We're talking a banana that is 25 cents or cheaper, an apple that is a dollar cheaper, a bag of mixed peanuts that you can, buy in bulk and then distribute into smaller bags for yourself. And that being something that is a consistent routine, a part of several meals throughout your day. And so making your meals smaller, more accessible, And you want to do that to allow your metabolism opportunity to keep reminding itself, hey, I'm not in scarcity mode. This is not a meal that where I have to think, when's the next time I'm going to eat?
Yeah.
But so something that small is probably on the smaller end, but how cheap you could be in a sustainable snack slash in between type of lunch. Or it could be something to the extent of considering the meal prepping route and making some spaghetti that lasts you a few days throughout the course of the week. Spaghetti is very simplistic to make. I'm not the biggest cook in the world. I think there's a few dishes that I can definitely do quite well. So if anyone is trying to call me out on my cooking skills, don't do it. But for those who also aren't big fans of cooking in bulk, there are some things that we can do that we can, spice up, put a little edge to it, make it our own, but at the same time, it's easy, simplistic, and very cost effective. So spaghetti being one of those things. And also throughout this process, I become really big fan of things that are really simple, but maybe we overlook when we think of vegetarianism, such as Mexican food. I love Mexican food. I loved it before. I love it now. It's a staple and always has been within my diet. But I mean, come on, beans, rice, and corn tortillas, and you got your salsas and your veggies, grilled veggies. Oh my goodness. So you can go to town on a bomb veggie burrito for the low. You're in Texas, so I know you can come across a good burrito out there. I'm in Cali, so for those who aren't in any of those cities, please hit us up when you come out our way. We'll make sure you're in good hands.
That's it.
But beyond that, I kind of got. Can I curse?
Sure, man. What the heck?
I kind of got put on my ass, to be very, very frank, when I went about this journey, because it opened me up to how little I knew about food.
Right.
I was thinking each meal, what am I going to eat? And, I had chicken for lunch. What am I going to have for dinner? There's only beef or turkey left over as far as the other options I might have considered in the past. But now I'm so exposed to this world of not just the array of tasty veggies and fruits, but how to chef them up. You can saute some fruits out there and get really creative with, some caramelized pineapples that will set off a dish in a flare, or the whole world and movement around vegan food and meat substitutes. There's the big crave of the Impossible Burger that is currently going around. I don't know if you've caught wind of that, but by sight, looks like a normal burger. You can definitely get confused. I bit into it. I wanted to call somebody and curse somebody out. I thought somebody slipped me a real burger. I was on a good roll. I was hurt. I was feeling salty. But so just, giving credit to this wave and this movement that's going on right now of such meat-esque quality substitutes that are out there. And a special kudos to Let Us Feast. It's a food truck out here in California. They have their hot chicken Sammy, as they like to call it. That is their go-to, a chicken sandwich that, okay, let me be honest. There's a short list of things that I needed to try to see if I really could venture over to vegetarianism the way I have. And a quality replacement for a Chick-fil-A sandwich was high up on the list. And this spot, Let Us Feast, oh man, the best chicken sandwich I've ever had in my life, and it's not made of real chicken. So having myself exposed to this whole other world and all my myths being debunked really, really allowed me to accept this world to a whole nother level. And to be frank, so the caveat that I set out that would be coming, I've actually transitioned into being a full-time vegetarian.
Really?
Yes, this has been new, very recent as of the new year. Wasn't a new year milestone or anything, but this is my 7th year of this habit. And after a certain point, meat just got to feel so heavy. And I also got to realize that there's a huge difference in how we cultivate our meat in comparison to other countries or other regions of the world. From the stuff that we put into our pesticides, or how we grow our grass, even to the hormones or different steroids that we might be putting into the chickens or the cows at early ages or whatever stage in the process. I learned that those things were actually impacting my body much more than just eating meat. And I spent some time just casual or business travel overseas and experimenting with my diet in other regions of the world, realizing in other places I didn't need to worry about eating meat as much. But in the United States, eating meat, oh man, it just sits in my body. And that's what my body has always struggled with, trying to digest and trying to pass through my system. Whereas in other parts of the world, I wouldn't see that friction or that conflicting process that my body would have to go through. So that's been another interesting curve that really sent me down this process of, gosh, how are we treating our animals? And then this whole process of these animals have souls, and then me just not being able to look at meat the same way. It's been a weird process. I never thought I would be this dude that, oh, animals have souls and whatnot. Nah. Before I was like, give me the barbecue ribs, give me the gumbo, all of it. I need it all. But just in being rooted in an athlete and wanting to be a top performer. So going back to the whole essence of this conversation, performance and really wanting to optimize that within myself, it really sent me down this grander journey that ended up being a spiritual one. So I really feel like when we're developing our habits of top performance and wanting to optimize ourselves, at the core of it is we got to know us. We got to know our core values. We got to know, you got to have a relationship with your body. I didn't know that I didn't have a relationship with my body, to whereas now, gosh, I could go half a day without drinking water and my body will let me know. It's bigger than like, oh, I'm thirsty. It's no. Yeah, I need what, like I can feel it in my knee joint. Like it's just, I stood up and it was like, oh, I haven't been drinking enough water today. And the way my body communicates with its whole system, it'll let me know, Corbin, you need more sleep. And it's not that it hasn't been talking to me. It's that I've been putting so much junk in it, and not just what I've been eating. We're talking consumption visually, audibly. What you consume is it's universal.
And it affects your performance.
Oh, big time. So clearing the body and that journey, it really helped me learn how to listen to my body better. Clearing out the things, I was able to listen with more intention, listen with more purpose. And again, see the effects universal. Oh, what am I watching? Oh, why do I feel this way? What am I listening to? Oh man, I'm kind of feeling heavy. What's that burden? And hey, you're a brother. You already know we can turn on CNN, Fox News, name a station, and within 5-10 minutes, feeling inundated with stress, with the burdens of our social paradigms. And, with that can feel like, it's on me to feel like I got to bring positivity to the world every day. It's on my back. I got to do it. And that's tough. And so as I learned to listen more to me and to cleanse out that toxic junk. I was connecting more with content that fulfilled me, that made me feel like I had more energy. And that also led with me connecting with people like that. And so connecting with individuals like yourself, connecting with folks who can help me optimize me by sharing my story, by reaching out and expanding my audience. So, going back again, hitting on the root of this conversation, as we think about what are the things that optimize us, we also need to think about what are the relationships that can optimize us. So as we got that relationship with self. What is your relationship like? What's that quote? You're the sum of the 5 closest individuals around you.
That's deep.
Look at them. Where they at? And are they helping you? Are they helping others? Because look, I'm looking across the screen, and I know the moment we click in meeting, my boy Chip is gonna be like, all right, who am I uplifting next? Who am I reaching out to next? And I can't let myself sit with that thought, knowing I can't turn off this and know that you're grinding away and I'm about to go turn on and watch some of the All-Star Weekend. Nah, I'll have it on in the background, but I'm gonna be outreaching, trying to make a positive impact too, because I'm no longer burdened with the narrative of, oh, it's all on me. I'm hyped about this momentum of, I got a team. I got a team member. I got a Paul George to my Russell Westbrook,
Let's go. Let's go.
You hear me?
Yeah, give me the rock, man. Let's go. Hey, I'll play some defense too now. I'll get nasty. Let's go.
I'm about it. It's a two-way game, baby.
That's it.
Oh, man.
Well, man, I sure appreciate you taking the time to talk about successful habits that you apply in your life. I think just like you said, surrounding yourself with the right things, relationships, people, habits, all of that stuff. Anything that you can do that can maximize what you can do and reach your optimal potential. It's very vital that we do those things.
Definitely. And what I've ultimately banked my career on and being a career coach and professional development facilitator is really around and mentoring trainer is solely on the bet that if you tap in to striving to be the best you, I'm willing to bet everything that's going to make this world a little bit of a better place. And so if
you gotta say that again for me. You gotta hit us with that again.
Man, I'm saying if I can get you, if Chip can get you to tap into being the best you that you can possibly be, I'm willing to bet everything that's going to make this world a little bit better of a place. And so that's my whole mission, my man. I'm out here trying to work with professionals that want to lean into a career of fulfillment, that want to strive to fulfill their purpose that they deem in this world. And I'm fully betting that if we can get you to be successful in whatever way you deem fit in that, man, this world, we gonna be in good shape.
Yeah, there's a song that says we gonna be all right.
Hey. That's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about.
Well, again, my man, thank you so much for taking the time to do the topic session with the Success Chronicles. Truly appreciate your time and appreciate all that you do. And I wish you continued success in all that you're doing.
Appreciate you, Chip. And likewise, keep spreading the good word, keep spreading the good vibes. And looking forward to seeing all the greatness that's continuously unfolding from your end, my man.
Well, thank you. And there it is. Well, thank you guys for checking out this topic session. We'll see you next time. Go get it.
Peace.
Go get it.